Hello everyone and welcome to the official SWGT YouTube channel. My name is Ursa. Today we're going to take a look at SWGT Update 5.7.11, which includes more updates for rune graphs, 2 new 3MDC features, some bug fixes, and more. First and foremost, I wanted to apologize for my voice. I'm fighting a cold my son gave me from preschool, so apologize for the voice. The outro is not going to match too because I use a pre-recorded one, but anyway, let's hop into the updates. So under Account Analytics, we're going to go over to Rune Graph. And the first update here is you'll notice I've added a refresh icon. I've also added this on the artifact graph as well, just so that, you know, if you're farming and you want to see your graph line move, that's an option now too. Next, under the filter icon, if we go into slots, you can now pick multiple slots. So for instance, if you wanted to see slot 2, 4, and 6, that's an option. And you also notice that I have added all of the sub-properties with a min and max filter. This is a big update. It took a lot of time to do. But somebody had asked for it on Discord, and I think it makes sense. So for instance, I can say show everything with at least 20 speed. You can press apply, and these are my 2, 4, 6 with at least 20 speed. I can actually go through and pick, let's say, a despair, violent, will, swift, right? And here's the line. You can obviously go through and also change the number of runes to graph to make the line a little bit better. And while we're on here too, under the filter, there used to be one for source. I have actually gotten rid of it. There's no real need for it anymore. Everybody is using the plugin and or uploading their JSON, so it was really just a useless filter that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. But just a really nice update overall. I think it makes sense, and thank you for the feedback on Discord as always. The next update takes us over to the 3MDC menu. There used to be a menu option in here called my likes and dislikes, and having looked into it, 3MDC went through a big update a number of years ago where 3MDC used to just have a like and dislike at the counter level, and so all that was changed to a rating system similar to like Amazon, where you have a rating of 1 to 5. And so when I went through and did the update way back when, I didn't come through and update the my likes and dislikes. So there was actually a whole bunch of bugs in there. So I actually just gutted it and replaced it. So now, for instance, if I search the public site for let's say Susano Garo Orion, it's easy to do, and search it. Now you can go through and see I can mark these as favorites. I can come down here and go into a rating on these. Let's say I really liked this one. And this one I'm going to give a rating as consistently works. And let's say I do this one, but I'm only going to rate it. I'm not going to mark it as a favorite. Let's say I mark it as inconsistently works. And now when I come up here and I go to the menu and I go to my favorites, you'll see that I have the 2 that I had marked. And if I go to my ratings, you'll see that there's a whole lot more. Obviously, I've rated more things than I've hearted. So those are 2 individual things, right? So favorites versus ratings are, of course, very, very different. Mine here show no date because way back when, again, when I had marked these as ratings, I didn't have a date time when these were marked, so that's why that is showing empty. But on yours, you should have a date time on there. And then last thing, if we go back, the heart feature used to only be for SWGT Personal and SWGT Guild subscribers. I have gone through and made that available for any user that is using the platform. So if you're a free user using the public site, that's perfectly fine. That feature now works, as well as the rating. And then you can also, of course, get up to my favorites and my ratings. So just a nice little feature there that I opened up for everybody. Up next, under SWGT Personal, if we go to the Account Analytics menu and we go to the Gem+Grind Needs, I have gone through and added in a Gem+Grind quality. So if you want to go through and say, before the update, I only had the rune quality, but now if you wanted to say, see only your hero runes, right? So now here are your hero runes and gems. Nice little update there. Under the Rune Details feature, I went ahead and added the marking. Somebody had asked for the markings to be able to show up. So if you toggle that on, obviously it's going to make the columns even wider, and you can hover over them and see the actual names. So that's an option there, but it's optional. You don't have to have it if you don't want it. And there was a display issue on Gem+Grind Inventory on the iPad, so I have gone through and fixed these. Essentially, this was underneath the plus sign, and it was making this really tall. It was really weird and funky. There was also a web service issue that if you're using SWGT Personal and you are powering up your runes, it would essentially, if you were going from, let's say, a 9 to 12 and you did it too fast, it would actually not update the rune. So that was kind of annoying. I went ahead and fixed that. So now if you go to Account Analytics and you go to Recent Runes, as you are powering these up, and if you're refreshing the page, then it would show you. So it'll now show it to you properly. And the last update line takes us over to the Team Builder feature. I have gone through and made some permission changes. Somebody had asked, hey, I'm a super user. I had somebody forget to publish it to the guild members. And so, I'm a super user. I should be able to do everything. So I did go ahead and make those permissions. So you can go through and you can actually assign. You can't assign yourself, but you can go through and make all the changes that you need to. You can add and update teams, resequence them, edit them, whatever you need to do.
And that's it for today. I just wanted to say a thank you to all the Patreon members who subscribe to SWGT and to all the people that constantly give feedback about the platform. It's only through your support and efforts that SWGT is what it is today. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. We all make SWGT better together. And with that, don't forget to smash those like buttons, and I'll see all of you on the battlefield.